Hello, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Maggie. Today we're going to be playing with some Dollar Tree makeup. I wasn't able to get a full face, but I got a lot of stuff. Only things I didn't get was a primer, a foundation, and a concealer. Also an eyebrow pencil, because all the foundations that they have were much too dark, but they did have shades online. I just wasn't any at my store. This eyeshadow palette from the Dollar Tree is a knockout. They also had a pink version, I think another version, but if you wanted to get anything, this is like the best $1.25 eyeshadow palette I've ever used. Like, it's really giving color pop. Natasha Denona has great pigment, easy to blend. I love the shades. Like, I have a feeling I'm going to be like using this palette every single day, and I actually use it to do more of my face and lips. I just wanted to see if I could use it for other things other than eyeshadow, especially if you're trying to stay on an affordable budget. It's possible. I just took the more cool toned shade and put that in my crease, and then I took the cool toned dark brown and with a tiny little brush and buffed it into my crease some more to add some dimension. I feel like if you got this palette as well as the pink version, you could use the pink version as blushes too. I should have tried that, but I might go back and get it so I can show you some more Dollar Tree makeup, because you don't need to spend an arm and a leg to have really good makeup. Like, this makeup at the end, I was so impressed with. I went and sweat outside at a 4-H fair that we were having where I live, and I've never sweat more in my life, but my makeup looked amazing still when I got home, so that's pretty impressive. I took this like peanut butter shade. It's like a transition color, but like deeper, but it really does look like peanut butter, and I started putting that in the inner lid to add some more warmth. I was really loving the way that looked. It also had 3 different like shimmery shades in the palette, which I decided to use on my eyes as well. I just wanted to swatch all of them. There's like an icy, more gold, and then like a more bronzy shade. I went with the more yellow toned gold on the eyelid in the inner corner, and then I took that kind of peanut butter matte shade and just kept putting it back in that little inner pocket of my eye. And then for the highlight for the inner corner and the brow bone, I just mixed all 3 of those shimmer shades to kind of give me an in-between shade. And it looked so pretty on the inner corner and on the brow bone. This eye look is just giving me everything. It can be summer goddess, but also fall vampy queen. I was very much into this eye look, and the next step is doing some eyeliner, which I was kind of scared for, but I got the LA Colors eye marker in black, and I gotta tell you, for $1.25, this is amazing. I have an issue where my eyelids can get kind of oily and it can transfer up onto my eyelid, and like I said, I went outside in the heat, I worked out in this, and I've had 0 transfer. So for $1.25, you can get a good black liner at the Dollar Tree. I picked up this mascara called the Rockstar mascara in brown, mainly because I have been looking for a brown mascara, and I was just curious. Like, I don't know. The packaging was really what sold me, and this is actually brown. I feel like a lot of companies come out with a brown mascara that's literally just like a light black, but this is definitely a brown. You could see it, the difference between my lashes and the liner. And then when I put on lashes here in a second, you can also see it. I do fix it, but for $1.25, that's such a good brown mascara. And I even use it in my eyebrows later as brow gel, and that worked as well. But it's so pretty. My favorite place to get the lashes is the Dollar Tree, and this brand never fails me. I've been really into these half lashes, and I also got some eyelash glue there. It's not my favorite eyelash glue ever. There's one that I prefer that I can get on Amazon that I'll link below. That's my favorite. It's like the most long lasting. I took my eyeliner and just tried to blend my lashes a little bit better since it was very brown. I took this AOA filter primer. It's $1 from shopmisse.com. So if you're looking for a, a cheap, affordable primer, you can do that. But you can also just use a moisturizer. You don't need anything fancy. You just need good hydrated base. And then I just used my Revlon Colorstay foundation today just because I hadn't worn it in a while. And then I used the e.l.f. It's like the clicky pen, like brightening under eye concealer. I had some color correctors from LA Colors there, and some concealers, they were just too dark for me. For blush, this LA Colors gel blushes. I have 2 shades. One's like a coral, beautiful color, and then the other one's pink, and I did use both of them today because I just couldn't decide. I started with the coral one. I'll list the name below. I can't remember what they are right now and I don't want to look, so you can just look in the description. But they are usually there. I saw them again when I went back to get some more Dollar Tree makeup, and I had never used these. I bought these a while ago and never used them, and I'm kind of shocked to have it because they're so pretty. The combination of the pink and the coral together was giving really Sabrina Carpenter cheeks. Super dewy and glowy, and it just looked nice and fresh and not too makeup-y. It didn't lift my foundation. It didn't look patchy. Next, to set it all down, we're using this pressed finishing powder from Mercerie. I don't know if that's how you say it, but it's in 002 HD Camera Ready. It's supposed to provide translucent coverage and blurs pores. I did feel like it had a slight bit of a white cast. It looked really brightening under my eyes, but I could see a bit of a color. And I feel like you can kind of see it in the camera. It really toned down the blush. Bronzer, we're using the LA Colors bronzer in the shade Sun Goddess. This is like a very shimmery gold one. I think it looks really pretty. I say if you need a bronzer, this is a good one. It, like I said, it has a bit of a shimmer, so if you don't like that. But I feel like that brown eyeshadow palette could be multi-used as a bronzer. I didn't try it today, but I am going to try it tomorrow to see if it works. But I have a feeling it will because, like I said, I tried to use it all over my face. I want to go back and see if they have any powder blushes. I did see them, but I didn't pick them up because I was like, oh, I'm pretty sure I have some from there already. They had a lot of LA Colors, e.l.f., CoverGirl, and then like off-brand makeup from the Dollar Tree, so there's always options. I did want to show you this Strobing highlighter I got a few years ago that's really good, and I took the shimmery shades from the eyeshadow palette and I was able to get the exact same vibe. So again, you really don't need to buy a highlighter if you have it in your eyeshadow palette because it worked exactly the same. For the lip liner, I did the LA Colors Auto Lip Liner in the shade Mauve. Again, from the Dollar Tree. They have so much LA Colors. I think it's a really good brand. Same with LA Girl. They had some of that too. It's a twist up. It's a nice, it's like my lip color, but like a little deeper. So I did just take it all over to make it a lipstick because they really only had a bunch of glosses and I have enough gloss. So I was like, this lip liner I already had, so I just used what I had. And I took that dark brown in the eyeshadow palette on a little brush and I just etched around my lips to add more dimension and shape, and it worked perfectly well. Sometimes if you're on a budget and you want to add a little bit more dimension to your lip without buying another product, just dip into your eyeshadow because it definitely worked for me. I was able to kind of recreate a lip that I always do almost every day. And I'm sure you've noticed it from my videos. I love a mauve color with kind of a deeper lip liner to add like a little bit of an ombre, and it worked just fine. So the fact that I was able to recreate it is really nice, especially if I accidentally forgot to bring it. I went back in with that lip liner just to kind of blend it a little bit more. And then I figured I had these liquid blushes, so I took that coral one and I just took a tiny bit and just patted it on the center just to add a little bit more vibrance, a little bit more creaminess, because eyeshadow obviously isn't going to be very hydrating, and the lip liner was a little on the dry side. Not bad, but doable. For the brows, I pulled it all the way back that 2010 where we all used to do eyeshadow or like powder for our brows. Do you remember that? What a time to be alive. And so I just took that same little brush and I took the dark brown and I just did my best. I think it looks okay. And then I also took the brown mascara just to add a little bit of hold and maybe a little bit more warmth to match my hair. And it worked. So, I mean, I feel like that's pretty good for using a mascara and an eyeshadow in your eyebrows. There is the completed look. I was pretty happy with it. I think the only thing I would say I didn't love, maybe the powder. It was a little ashy on me. I was able to make it work, and the blush did kind of fade underneath the powder, but I think it was probably the powder's fault for being a little too white based. There you have it. It's my Dollar Tree makeup look. I feel like it turned out really good, and these are things I'm gonna keep using like every day. I was very much impressed. The Dollar Tree has definitely stepped up their game, and I'm excited to see it because not everyone can afford even just normal drugstore prices in the world that we live in. So I love that we can get good makeup at an affordable price. Don't forget to like this video, comment below, and subscribe to my channel. Bye!